myself before starting the session. Hi everyone, this is Dinesh. I have around 18 years of work experience in IT. From the last 4 years, I am working in Snowflake. Currently, I'm working as a Snowflake architect. This is about myself, guys. So before going to the session, so today is a demo session. What we are going to do is we have the participants some are experienced, some are freshers, some are from non-IT background. So we have all the participants. Here what we are going to do is today in layman perspective, we will try to understand what exactly the Snowflake is and how it will be useful in data engineering side, and then what is the advantage of Snowflake. So we are going to see about these things in this particular session. Now, in this particular session, we are going to cover the total, it will be around the nearly 40 sessions, guys. First, we will cover Snowflake topics. So once we are familiar with Snowflake, then we will plan for DBT. Now, first, we have to understand what exactly Snowflake. If you are talking about Snowflake, as per the Snowflake definition, so what they are telling is Snowflake is a cloud-based warehousing solution provided by software as a service. Here we need to understand what exactly data warehousing, what is cloud, what is software as a service. If you understand these terminologies, we will be clear with what exactly the Snowflake, why we'll use it. First, if you talk about data warehousing, right? Just a minute. When it is coming to data warehouse, maybe you heard about ETL tools, reporting tools, and then databases, right? All this will come under data warehousing, ETL, and then reporting. All these things will be where it will be available. The data will be stored in a databases. But when it is coming to data warehousing, so we have to work with these things. But here, when you are preserving any historical data, then we will call it as a data warehouse. What it contains? It contains historical data. Based on this historical data, what we are going to do, we can able to analyze. Based on this analysis, we are going to take decision. This is the main objective of any data warehousing projects. If you want to take a decision, must and should, so we need to analyze the data based on historical data. Where we are storing this historical information, that we will call it as a data warehousing. It can be available in any databases. It can be Oracle database, it can be SQL Server database, it can be any other database like cloud, like now we have a Snowflake or Azure storage, Azure Synopsys, or Amazon Redshift. All these are come under this particular category. Now here, for example, any business, if you talk about, it requires data warehouse. Based on that, we can able to take a decision. Let's say simple example for understanding. Let's say we have a Amazon. Okay. In Amazon, we are planning to purchase one product. It can be any product. It can be mobile or laptop, whatever it may be. You have to purchase a laptop. What you will do when you want to purchase a laptop? First, you will go to the Amazon, then you will check the laptop ratings, and you are going to check reviews. These ratings and reviews, this is going to based on how many guys has purchased this product. Based on that, we will check ratings and reviews. We won't see the ratings and reviews, we won't take it into the consideration if only one purchase has happened. Then we won't take it into consideration because only one person has given 5-star rating, we won't consider. Let's assume from the last 1 year, then Let's assume some 5,000 guys has purchased a product. Based on that, they have given 4-star rating and then they have given the reviews. You will go to the reviews and then you can able to take a decision, so whether to purchase it or not. Then you will purchase, right? Or you will drop it and you will go to the another one. What is happening here? For any product, when you are purchasing, you are going to check the historical data, right? How many has been purchased from last 2 year, last 1 year. Based on that, you are going to check the analysis, right? You will see the ratings and for example, everywhere it is applicable. Like if you are going for a movie, you will check the ratings of that movie and reviews of that movie, then you will decide whether to go it or not, right? The same way here, based on the past historical data, when it is coming to any business, you are going to see the ratings and reviews. Based on that, this is nothing but an analysis, right? Based on that, you are going to take a decision. It is not only applicable for like this any the sales, it is applicable for manufacturing, it is applicable for banking, it is applicable for healthcare sector. Everywhere where we are having huge business all over the world, they can able to implement data warehousing. Based on the analysis only, they can able to take a decision. Without this, it is not possible to take a decision, right? Without analyzing the past, so you cannot able to take a decision, right? Now I hope everyone has understand what exactly data warehousing is. And if you have any questions right in between, so please text it in the chat window. So end of the session, we will cover all your questions, guys. Okay, now let's come to this. Now here, now we understand what exactly data warehousing is. Now we need to understand what is cloud platform. This software as a service, it belongs to the cloud platform. We will come to that. Now first we need to understand what exactly the cloud platform. Before, we have on premises, that is nothing but traditional systems, or we can call it as a on premises systems. For example, like if you are talking about, like, okay, simple example I will give you. You have a laptop, guys. You are storing your pics, your pictures, or your data, whatever it may be, your data or your files and data or pictures you are storing in your laptop. Here you will store it in your hard disk in your laptop, right? That is your hard disk. For example, let's say you have a 1 TB hard disk, then you are going to save your data or your files in your hard disk. This is physically available with you. That is traditional system. That is normal on premises system. It is available physically with us, then we will call it as on premises or traditional systems. Now if you come to the cloud, for example, whatever the laptop you have taken, the hard disk is not sufficient for you, then what you will do? Nowadays you are going to move your data to like google drive google drive or office 365, right? Whatever it may be, you are going to move your data to office 365, right? Like, or you will going to move it data to the google drive, right? Or you can like purchase a storage capacity in amazon, whatever it may be. These things are cloud platforms where you are storing your data. Google drive, if you store your data pics files in google drive, what is the advantage here? You can able to access at any time. It is not physically available with you. It is elastic, means it is extendable. There is no limit. Based on your payment, it will extendable at any time from anywhere. You can able to access. Only the thing is, what you require to access the cloud platform, we required internet connectivity and you required a device. It can be a mobile or it can be a laptop. to access your data, right? This is 24/7, it will be available. Whenever you wanted to access, you can access directly, right? Here, this is a cloud platform, right? And traditional system, let's assume what is the disadvantage here? You have a limited storage, and at the same time, something happens to your laptop, or if it is corrupted, then what will happen? We have to go to the service center. You are unable to access your data. Then you need to wait. They have to fix. Until they have to fix, you have to wait. Sometimes if it is lost, then everything lost, it is not available with you, right? These are the disadvantages. And at the same time, so when you compare to your like traditional system, when it is coming to the cloud platforms, these are mostly paper use basis. You are going to pay only for utilization. To like understand this example, we will come to this. Okay, then everyone can able to understand very clearly. Let's assume you are purchasing a car, guys, on your own. Let's assume on your own purpose you are purchasing a car. This example you can consider that for a traditional system, or you can consider this for a on premises. When you want to purchase your own car, what are the things you have to be decide? You need to pay the, you have to pay, you have to be ready for to pay advance payment, and you have to ready for to pay EMI, and you have to ready for to pay to take care of your parking, and you have to be ready to take care of like services, right? And then let's say example like insurance, every yearly insurance, and then maintenance, right? If you have a driver, then driver salary also you have to take care. When you are purchasing your own car, you have to be ready for your EMI, parking place, services, and then insurance, and then at the same time you have to take care of the maintenance, monthly maintenance or like weekly maintenance, yearly insurance, and then monthly services or yearly service, whatever it may be. You have to take care of all these things. Let's assume you purchased your car. Whether you are going to use it or not, you have to take care of all these above things. Let's say in COVID situations, whether you are going to use it or not, you need to pay your EMI, you need to take care of your parking place, you need to take care of your insurance, you need to take care of the other things, maintenance. If you have a driver, you have to pay the salary, right? Let's assume go down the line. For example, let's assume this, you have taken four-seater capacity car. Down the line, based on your family requirement, you need six-seater capacity. Then what you have to do? You need to upgrade, upgrade your car, right? Now, when you consider this example, whether you are going to use it or not, you have to take care of all these things. Now it is available with you, you can use it, and everyone cannot able to offer to purchase a car. Okay, just for example, guys. Now, what is the other option we have? We have a option of services like car services, right? So car services like Ola or Uber services we are having. What you are going to do it here? Just we are going to install one app in our mobile. Then you are going to book your service. You are going to pay for use. It means you are going to pay for your service. That's it. Once you paid for your service, whatever you have utilized, for example, you have 2 hours of utilization for their services, you are going to pay only for the 2 hour service. Once you paid, you are not going to worry about all the above things. You are not responsible for the like car maintenance, the services, insurance, driver, and everything. It is not your headache. Just you are utilizing their services, you are paying to them, right? And at the same time, you can utilize this everywhere and based on your requirement. Let's assume you wanted to go for vacation with a family. You can book a compact, sorry, you can book a luxury car. If you want to go for a office on daily basis, you can plan for a compact car, right? It depends on your requirement. You can book your service and then you can pay to them. And here you are paying very minimal and then utilizing their services. You are not taking all the other things to on your hand. You are not worrying about all those things, right? This example, so you can consider this as cloud platform. Cloud platform. And at the same time, who is taking care of all these services? Who is providing a service to us, right? This is nothing but software as a service platform. We will call this as a software as a service platform. Who is providing the service to us? They are responsible for all these things. Just your thing is you are utilizing and then you are paying for them. It's a just kind of plug and play system. Everything is ready. You are utilizing their services. You are going to return, you are going to pay to them. Now consider this same example if you are talking about in our databases. What will happen here is if you want to purchase any database license, yearly license you have to purchase. Number of users, based on the number of users you need to purchase a license. It will be like they will charge a lot. But if you are utilizing based on your utilization you are paying, it is very less. So for example, let's say uh, it can be a Oracle database or like a Teradata or DB2, whatever it may be, any other databases if you consider. So each license based on the number of users and it has to be yearly renewal, they will charge. It will be in some millions of dollars we have to pay to them. But here what is happening? Even startup company also can able to afford this. And at the same time, it is very less when compared to all other services. All other headaches, you are not going to worry about it. The same way, if you are if you are coming to the databases, right? For example, any software when you are installing any software, let's assume that here what you need to do, you need to check your system configuration. You need to check the servers. You need to check, you need to install that in a server rooms, and then you should have database like administrator, and then you should take care of the maintenance versioning, and then at the same time you need to take care of the upgradations. All these things you have to take care when you have your software on your own. But you are taking the service from others, they will responsible for everything. Just you are going to utilize their service and then you are going to pay it to them. The same example, if you come to this our Snowflake, right? See this, the left hand side is on premises and then right side is Snowflake. So if you coming to whatever we have discussed, right? The server environment, licensing, the database management, and then patches, updation, all these things are the headache of the on-premises data warehousing. When you are coming to, it's comparatively the resource maintenance we need to take care, and then it is very costly, right? All these things we have to take care. But coming to Snowflake, you are not going to worry about all these things. Who is providing the service to us? Snowflake is providing the service to us. They will take care of all these things. We are just paying to the Snowflake what we have utilized. It is very minimal, when compared to the traditional systems or other systems, other cloud platforms, Snowflake will come nearly like a, so 50 to 60% the of the difference of pricing will be there. That's why the like most of the organizations, most of the projects, they are enrolling to the Snowflake. Now if you talk about, see this one, this is whatever we have discussed, right? So these are the some terminologies in a cloud platform. It is this, we will call it as a on-premises, the traditional system. This is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Our Snowflake comes under software as a service platform. Just we are going to pay to them and then we are utilizing this service like Uber or Ola services. If you come to your car own, that is nothing but your car own, nothing but a on-premises. If you take a car for lease, then that is infrastructure as a service, like a car finance, and then depreciation will taken care by the like a provider, so who is provider, and then remaining everything, like if you taken for a lease for 2 years or 3 years, the you have to take care of remaining all these things, services like insurances, road taxes, and everything, like fuel, everything you have to take care. Only the like who is providing car lease, they are going to purchase the car, they will take care of the finance, they will take care of the depreciation. That is infrastructure as a service, they are providing a infrastructure to utilize. And the same thing if you come under platform as a service, the some of the things will change here. So for example, if you take, instead of lease, if you take car for hire, then you are responsible for like 1 or 2 days you have taken only for fuel, tolls, and then driver, you need to take care of this. Remaining everything will be taken care by the provider who is providing the platform to us, right? And then when it is coming to software as a service, everything will be taken care by them. You are utilizing the service, we are going to pay it to them. Now the Snowflake will come under our software as a service platform. Now if you want to, okay, this is the architecture of the Snowflake. Now before this, let's discuss about this. Okay, if you want to install any database in our system, what you need to check, you need to check our system configuration, you need to check our system configuration. Then you have to take care of like the disk space or memory, whatever that is, that will all come under the system configuration. Then any like additional plugins is required, for example .NET plugin, Java plugin is required to install, then we need to install other plugins. And you have to download that software, download that software. After the downloading, you have to install. Once, for example, if you are installing on your own system, then when you are installing, you need to take care of like a kind of username and then password creations, configurations, and then all this setup you need to do. For that, let's assume that it is going to take 30 minutes to 45 minutes if it is traditional system. You have to download, you have to configure, and then you have to take care of all other parameters. But what you need to do, you need to download in your system, right? Within your system only you can able to work if it is a traditional software system, right? The same thing if it is coming to the Snowflake environment, right? You are not going to worry about all these things. Just you should have net connection, internet, and then you should have laptop. From anywhere you can able to access. It is just a cloud platform access. Just to have a URL, if you have a URL, you can able to access your Snowflake when it is coming to Snowflake. Okay, let's see this. So how we can able to configure later, we will come to this, the like architecture high level of the Snowflake, what each and every like layer will do. Basically here Snowflake we have three layers, like cloud services layer, computation layer, storage layer. When we are discussing in the sessions, we are going to see each and every layer how it is going to work. Today we will see on high level. If you go in depth of each and level, every level, see this. These are the main things: cloud services layer, computation layer, storage layer. Okay. Before going to this, just we will configure our Snowflake. After that we will come to that environment. You can able to understand very easily. Now if you want to configure Snowflake in our system, what you need to do is, it's very easy guys. Just you have to go to Google and just type Snowflake trial, Snowflake trial account. When you click on Snowflake trial account, you will get this link. This is the link for your Snowflake. I will give this link in the chat window. I request everyone to create Snowflake trial account. Okay, this is the link for the trial account. Here you can able to see 30 days free trial account or $400 worth utilization. You no need to bother about these things. We don't have any barriers for practice purpose. You can practice even after 30 days completed also. Still you will have access to your environment what you have done, but you cannot able to create any new object. If you want to create new objects and if you wanted to work with Snowflake again, you can create a new account with the same email ID. Then you can able to work with that. What I am trying to tell is, so there is like no barriers for practice purpose. You can able to so practice with the Snowflake trial account. That is more than enough for us. Now here in the first page it is going to ask the basic details. Just I will give the basic details here. Give email ID it is asking. You can choose any role guys here. It doesn't matter. So if you choose any role here, then it will be the your user interface will be the same. There is no difference. And here by default it will select from which region you are trying to create your account. It will select that particular region here. Then just click on continue. It will take you to next page. Here in this particular page, right, you will get two certification questions. One is related to your editions, another one is related to your cloud providers. Here you can able to in other date in other any other softwares, maybe you are aware of versionings. Software will be released in the versionings like version 5, version 6, version 7, version 8, like that it will increase. But here we used to call it as editions. Snowflake, it will different flavors we have. These are editions. Basically here you can able to see only three editions only. One is standard edition, enterprise edition, critical edition, business critical edition. Another edition also we have, that is related to virtual private, virtual private Snowflake. This is when you like only in organization we will use, but very rare we will use this edition. Not even 2% of the organizations they are using this virtual private Snowflake edition. But remember, for the interview purpose and certification purpose, we have totally four editions in Snowflake. One is standard edition. Again, this standard edition we will use just for the POCs, proof of concepts, and this will not be utilized in our projects, because standard edition will not have all the features like time travel, multi-cluster, and materialized views. All these features is not available in a standard edition, so no one will use standard edition in our projects. Most of the time we will use enterprise edition only, or most of the time we will use enterprise edition. If any kind of banking projects or they need more security features, and then they have the budget and then they wanted to use a business critical edition, then only they will go for a business critical edition. Otherwise most of the guys will use, most of the projects will use enterprise edition. Okay, now here when you click on all these features, right, we will see one by one when we are like discussing in the sessions. Here we selected enterprise edition. By default it will select enterprise edition, let it be. Next thing is, here the question is, what is the minimum edition which provides time travel and multi-cluster environment? Minimum edition means we will think about always standard edition, right? Yes, minimum edition is standard, but they are talking about minimum edition with time travel feature or multi-cluster feature, means you have to choose enterprise edition. Okay, that is the question, remember this. Now next, if you come to this selection, cloud provider, see this, don't get confused here. Why it is showing we are working with a Snowflake, then why we are need to choose GCP, Amazon, AWS or Azure? What Snowflake has done is, whatever the architecture you are seeing here, right, these architecture they built on top of the existing public cloud platforms. They have tie up with the existing cloud platforms to build their architecture on top of their platforms, and Snowflake will take care of pricing of these platforms. You are not going to bother about the pricing. And if you choose any platform here, there is no difference. You can choose any platform. Slightly billing difference will be there, but if you choose any platform, all the features, whatever the features is Snowflake providing, it is same for all the cloud providers. Here we are talking about only public cloud platforms, guys. It will not support any private cloud platforms like IBM Cloud, let's say Ericsson Cloud or Oracle Cloud. These are the private cloud platforms. They are not into the public cloud platforms. Only it will support these three public cloud platforms only. Snowflake will support. And if you choose any of the platform, there is no difference in the user interface. There is no difference in the features. All are similar. Okay. But based on your project comfortable, based on your organization comfort, they can choose any of the platforms. But most of the services provided by most of the regions will be available in AWS. Let's choose AWS here. When you choose AWS, you can able to see this one, region is selected by default. Suppose if I choose Azure, see this, Central India it has chosen. If I click on GCP, Google Cloud, it has selected Middle East Central. Which region is nearest to you from where you are trying to create an account, that region automatically it will be selected here. You no need to worry about it. You can able to see different regions also. See this, different regions. You can select anyone, it will work. But if you select by default which it is nearest to you, there will not be a latency. Latency will be less when you choose the nearest region to you. That's why. So you can latency means response time. For example, when you are opening any website, when you are opening your like URL, for example Twitter or Facebook, whatever it may be, when you are opening, or LinkedIn, if your system performance is very slow or your internet connectivity is very poor, what will happen? To display your complete web page, it will take a lot of time, right? That is nothing but a latency here. So that latency will be there if you choose other regions. There is slight latency, but it will not be much. It will be in a like a milliseconds only. Okay, you can ignore it. So but the always the best option is it will choose the nearest region from where you are creating your Snowflake account. Here the question is, like, what all the public cloud platforms Snowflake will support? You can, these are the three public cloud platforms. Other than this, it will not support any other cloud platform till today. Maybe in the future they may change, but now these are the three public platforms only they will choose. Now you no need to worry about anything, just you are going to choose this, and then click on the terms and condition. That's it, guys. Your setup is done. In the first page, what we have given, just we have given our details, personal details. In the second page, what you are going to do, you by default is selected the edition, and then you choose the cloud platform, and then region, just clicked on the terms and condition. That's it. Remaining all you can skip it here. You can skip, just skip. Now you got a email activation to your email id. What is the email id you have provided when you are creating account? You will get a email activation. Let me open that email. Just a minute. Within 1 or 2, within 1 minute, you will get that account details. Let me refresh it. Let me check it in spam also. This is different. Spelling is correct. Let's wait. Okay, so it will send a like a activation link to this particular email. Once you receive that activation link, right, so then you can able to configure. Just it will provide the link, then you can configure it. So meanwhile, so just we will discuss about this one, the architecture. What will happen is here, when you connect to your platform, when you are running a query, first it will come to the cloud services layer. For example, select start from, it will come to the services layer. Here it will check whether you are authorized person or not. Authentication, access control, it will take care. And at the same time, it will check metadata information. What you are expecting from the query. Sorry, is it related to metadata? Are you planning to get metadata information like count, minimum, maximum? Then Snowflake, you will get the information from cloud services layer itself. What is the difference if you are getting from the cloud services layer, or if you are getting from the compute, if you are getting from the storage layer? The difference is there. Let's say, for example, if you Snowflake is going to charge based on computation charges. Computation charges, approximately we can consider $2 per 1 hour of utilization. Snowflake will charge $2 per each hour. Computation means when you are running a query, how much time it is going to execute. Based on that, it will calculate. If the query is running, let's assume the complete day, whatever the queries you have run, all the queries, the total run time, it has taken around 1 hour, then it will charge $2 per hour. That is related to computation charges. That is a one charges. Another thing is storage charges. These are the charges Snowflake will take. Storage, when it is coming to the storage, it is going to charge $23 per each terabyte. This is per month. Per month. These are the main charges in Snowflake. There is other charges like serverless futures. So we will discuss that going forward. But here, remember, these are the two charges mainly. One is computation charges. Another one is related to storage charges. When you come to these storage charges, Based on how many terabytes of the storage you are maintaining on monthly basis, based on that it is going to charge $23 per terabyte. These are the only charges, like $2 per hour for the utilization of the computation resources. Every startup company to MNCs, everyone can able to use this, right? Everyone can able to afford this, right? Now what will happen is, here when you are running a query here, if you are getting from the metadata information, Snowflake will not charge anything for that particular query. And at the same time, okay, if it is the high level, you will get it from here. If it is like you are selecting some information from the table, select star from table. First, it will check it in a cloud service. If it is not there in metadata, it will come to virtual warehouse. This is nothing but you can relate it to remote desktops or VDIs. When you are connecting to any client, when you are connecting to office network, we will have virtual desktops or VDS. It will have some configuration. It's nothing but like you can consider that as a laptop only. You have a laptop. Based on your laptop configuration, if it is 6 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, 12 GB RAM, based on the configuration, your speed will depend, right? Same thing here, you can relate it to virtual warehouse. And at the same time, virtual warehouse, it contains cache. If it is available here, the data will pick from cache layer. Then very minimal charges is applicable. And if the data is not available here, then only it will go to the storage and then it will pick the information. These things we will see that. So first let's come to the environment. Yeah, now we received that link. See this. This is the link for our Snowflake. Let me save this link. We are going to use the same link on everyday basis. This is the link. Then I will create username. Then I will give the password. Okay, now this is the link, right? First we need to, what we need to do is we need to activate this. See this here, click to activate. Okay, some other security has been installed, it seems. Okay, now we clicked on the link. Now here just I will give the username and then I will give the password. Now I will confirm the password and click on get started. That's it. Your account setup is done. Our account setup is done. Now whatever the account we have given, like you can skip all these things, skip for now. See this. This is our complete interface where we are going to work on daily basis. Here you can able to see this is the default view. If you wanted to see that properly, what you can do is you can come to the profile. Here you can able to see appearance. You can click on light. You can click on light. Now see this left hand side, you can able to see all this navigation, right? This is related to your objects. This we have a project data and then like a data products monitoring admin. We are going to discuss each and everything one by one. So just click on, if you click on just data, observe what you can able to see it here. Here we have already the databases, right? It's completely ANSI SQL, guys. Snowflake is completely, it will work with ANSI SQL. Now if you see here, already the Snowflake has given database for our practice purpose. These are all the schemas. Now for example, if I open the worksheet, worksheet is nothing but where we are going to work our queries, where we are going to write our queries, where we are going to implement our development, that we are going to do that in a worksheet. Where we are going to write our SQL, that is nothing but worksheet. Now if I click on create, see this SQL worksheet. When I click on this, the worksheet will open. The worksheet will open. When you open the worksheet, you can able to see that the left hand side, the databases, and here this is the space, workspace, where we are going to write our queries. By default, when the Snowflake we have configured, by default Snowflake has created, see this, all the roles. We didn't created this. Snowflake has created for us. Now it is ready to work. It's ready to utilize. Now, so this is the database, right? For example, we will see today like how to run the queries. Let's take this table, catalog page table. Now to connect it to this particular schema or database, just click on this set worksheet context, then it will be connected to the database and schema. Now, what we have discussed here in the architecture, first time if you run count star, it will not charge anything, right? Let's see that here. Select count, sorry, select count star. We are going to use from, what is the table? This is the table, right? The table name. Now this is the table name. Now if I try to run this, observe before running also, you can able to see, just if I move the cursor on the table, I can see that number of rows, what is the volume, size, it has been occupied, and then you can able to see the details when the table has been created. This is created by Snowflake for us, for our practice purpose. Now, if I just execute this query, observe what will happen. It will run, and then you can able to see the number of rows here. The same thing we can see it here. But if you want to check what happened in the backend, then what we are going to do is just we can click on this query ID. This is nothing but it will take us to query execution plan. In any databases, we have a query execution plan, right? It will tell us what happened in the backend in the query. If you go here, see this, what it is telling. This is metadata based result 100%. It means the query fetch the information from this particular cloud services layer. So what happened here? It will not charge anything for this particular query when you are running. Now let me execute select star from table. See this. If I execute like this, now what will happen? Just observe. This is first time we are executing. Now how much time it has taken here? 2.4 seconds. See the timing here, 2.4 seconds it has taken, 2.4 second. And if I go to the same query ID again, see this, you can able to see query profile, execution plan. See this, it went to the table scan, then it displayed the result, and here you can able to see profile view. Most importantly, observe percentage scanned from cache, but it is 0%. It means from the cache it didn't pick anything, everything it picked from the storage layer. So you can able to see these things, initialization, processing, remote disk IO. So this is nothing but it has picked the information from the storage layer. What happened here is when you submit the query, first it will come to the cloud service, it will check all the things, then it will check it in metadata. The information is not related to metadata, then it will come to the virtual warehouse here. This is nothing but our computation. Same thing if you observe when you are running a query, see this one here, compute warehouse, right? This is related to our virtual warehouse. Okay, this will be in the form of t-shirt sizes like extra small to 4x large. For example, if your laptop, right, laptop is configured with nothing but you can consider in the backend as a servers, or too easy to relate it, like for example your laptop is configured with 4 GB RAM, one speed will be there, 8 GB RAM different speed, 16 GB RAM different speed, right? The same way for your computation you will have t-shirt sizes from extra small to 4x large. Based on that, it will assign servers in the backend. Whatever the query we are going to run, this will take help of computation. This is a engine to execute our query. Now it checked in the computation, one computation, and it will check it in a cache. It every computation layer will have cache. There is nothing in the cache. That's why you can able to see percentage scan from cache is 0. Then what happened? It went to the storage layer, it picked the information and it displayed. For that, it has taken totally 2.4 seconds. That is first time. Now again, if I am running the same query one more time, observe this. Same query we are running one more time, guys. If you are running same query one more time, what happened now? 49 milliseconds. Observe the difference. 49 milliseconds it has taken. Immediately we got the result. From where we got this result very fast. Now if you go to the again the execution plan, see this, what it is telling. Query result has been reused 100% from the cache layer. Query result reuse, right? It means whatever the result it has picked first time, it will be available for 24 hours. Within 24 hours, if you are trying to execute the same query, and it will pick it from the cache layer, so that it will charge very less time, and then charges also very less. Now what will happen is, here the when it is calculating the computation charges, it will calculate, accumulate all the time, how much time we have run this, how much time we have utilized this computation. Based on that, Snowflake will charge from us. It is very minimal. And here, along with this, right, so Snowflake has given lot of features, so we no need to like write a query for each and everything. For example, see this, here we have some of the columns, right? In the select statement we have given, I want only the specific columns. Then other databases, what we will do, we will specify the column names here. But if you observe here, see this, you can select, deselect like this. Whatever the columns you don't want, you can deselect and then click apply. When you click apply, only those columns will be displayed here. And from here also, I wanted to filter something. Wherever the information, for example, I wanted to see this information. Wherever it is available in the data, I wanted to get that information. See this? This information is available in all these fields. In all these fields, the information is available. Or I wanted to pick the 405. Just a minute. 405. Generally, what we will do in other databases, we are going to give like a filter conditions. But here, simply we have the option here. And at the same time, if you want to create any databases, so we can create directly without writing a query. If you wanted to insert the data, so we can use all the user interface options. Most of the user interface options Snowflake has given for us. For example, see this one. You wanted to see the data in a table, you wanted to load a data. If you wanted to see the data in a table, see this preview data, we can able to get the data. And so here we have different options. If you wanted to load a data, we can use this we will see that in the coming session. In the next session we will see that. Now if you wanted to create a database, just observe this. Again, we are going to do this in the next session. Like for example, if you come to data, see this, create database. Now let's say I will give class, database will be created. We are not writing any query here. Database is created. Within the database, if I click on a schema, again see this create option. I can create a table, I can create a view, I can create a stage, file form. These are all the objects. We can create any of the objects by using this option. So for example, if I want to create a table, just I can click on the option and then which table you wanted to create. There is different types of tables available in Snowflake. we will come to that. Okay, so these are the like other features it is available in Snowflake. At the same time, the data warehousing perspective, whatever the things it is required, like time travel feature, cloning feature, and then partition. And the best part is here, in like other databases, you are not going to worry about the performance case. You are not going to worry about creation of the partitions, creation of the indexes. These concepts is not available in Snowflake. Snowflake automatically it is going to take care of the partitions. The same thing if you observe here, when you run a query, see this partitions scanned, partitions total. Did you created any partitions here when you are running a query? No, right? Just it has given the information, right? So it will take care internally when the data is storing. You are not going to worry about it. It will give the best performance when compared to all other cloud platforms. And so if you come to, for example, let me show you another thing. So maybe you may get a question, so what are the other features the Snowflake is available when compared to other cloud platforms? These are the Snowflake benefits. See this. So these are the some of the features, like when compared to other cloud platforms, Snowflake, the best feature is multi warehouse concurrency against the same data. That is nothing but parallel processing on same data. This is not available in any of the other cloud platforms. And at the same time, so here the Snowflake will they give the best performance when it is coming to like semi-structured data, unstructured data. And at the same time, so here in the Snowflake, we can scale up and then scale down, so without any delay, so we can able to scale up. So these are the features it is available. And at the same time, most of the like projects, so most of the organizations, why they are coming is, so one is related to performance. It's like almost giving competition to all the cloud platforms. And at the same time, the pricing is very less when compared to other cloud platforms. These are the main features what it is available in Snowflake. So based on this, right, so most of the organizations is choosing Snowflake. What we are going to do is, on a daily basis, we are going to cover from the scratch to advanced, from loading the data into the table, creation of the like table, loading the data to the table, how to work with the stages, till advanced concept. On daily basis we are going to see everything will be in practical sessions. Now today, just so I wanted to show you like how the Snowflake looks like, and then what are the options it is available. But from tomorrow we will see, so practically each and every option. And the content what we are going to discuss is, this is the complete the Snowflake related. Once this Snowflake is completed, you will have like 10 more sessions nearly for the DBT. Once it is completed, we will jump into the DBT. And one more thing, so here every session it will be practical session. After the completion of the session, we are going to upload these documents for your practice purpose. This is for your assignment case. And then first 1 week, don't miss practice on daily basis. That is, so please don't miss daily basis. When once you practice on daily basis, then you can like relate very easily, and then you can able to navigate all the options in our like interface. Okay, so once you are comfortable with this, the navigation, and then where are what all the things it is available, so then you can able to like implement on your own. If you give the gap also, then you can able to pick the things very easily. But first, like so 4 to 5 sessions, please practice on daily basis. And so here, so we are going to cover like all the topics related to Snowflake development, Snowflake admin activities, and at the same time we are going to cover the like integrations with the other things, other environment related to the architecture side also we are going to cover. This is for like Snowflake data engineer, Snowflake developer, and then Snowflake admin, and then Snowflake architect. All these things we are going to cover it here, guys, in this particular session. And in the session itself, we are going to cover all the interview questions as well as our certification questions. Most of the time we are going to discuss here. And maybe uh, every day after completion of the session you may get a doubt. So if I have any questions, and then when you are practicing, if I have any questions, right, so we have a WhatsApp group, it will be added, so all the participants. So once you confirmed for the session, the WhatsApp group will be there for your doubts clarification. In the end of the session we will have 15 minutes time for all your queries. We are going to discuss those things. And the session will be every day. It's a recorded session at the same time. So this recorded, the session whatever we are discussing here, it will be uploaded into the drive along with this documentation. Okay, on the daily basis the session will be completed, recorded session along with this document for your practice purpose. It will be uploaded into your drive. And the basic criteria to learn Snowflake is you need to have knowledge on SQL. That is mandatory, guys. So if you have a knowledge on SQL, you like don't worry about like other knowledge, like other things related to some guys will ask like so did I need a Python programming language, did I need a PySpark language? So no need to worry about all these things. If you want to become a Snowflake developer, your SQL knowledge is more than enough. That is more than enough, guys. If you don't have, if anyone is not having any knowledge, please reach the organizer. They will provide some like recorded videos related to SQL knowledge. Okay, so please go through that. Now let me come to the questions one by one. If you have any questions, I can see some of the questions here. Among all the public cloud platform, is AWS more compatible or supported to Snowflake? It's like Smita, a good question. So
Yes.
it, there is no difference. So if you use any of the cloud platforms, there is no difference. But only the thing is, Snow AWS is having more number of regions. That is one thing. And charge wise, it will be little less when compared to Azure and then GCP platforms. That's it. Other than that, remaining everything will be the same. No, we no need to worry about setting up the platform in AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay,
Okay.
any platform that will work.
Sir, one question, sir, in addition to that only.
Hmm.
Like as we are working on the Snowflake as a developer, so
Hmm.
sometimes, I mean, in the project, usually we get the files somewhere in the, suppose,
Hmm.
Azure or something. So,
Okay.
so in this session, are we gonna interact with the any
Yes.
ETL tool like that for processing, and then it is
Mm,
loading into
mm,
the
mm.
Snowflake like that?
Got it. Got it. I understand. What you are going to do is in this session, we are going to integrate with the AWS platform to pull the data from this AWS cloud platform and then to load the data into the Snowflake tables. Once this Snowflake is completed, we are going to see the DBT also, data builder tool. That is a transformation tool. So how this transformation logics will work in DBT. So those things also we are going to cover. Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, there is no ADF or like
No,
that,
we are
right?
not covering any other ETL tools. Yeah.
And sir, I mean, for at least for Snowflake connecting to the reporting side, do we have any
Yes,
like at
it's
least some?
just, yes, I will show you that, Smita. Just it's a one click. Within one click, you can able to connect it to any of the ETL tools, any of the reporting tools. The Snowflake has some of the partner connects. With the help of that, you can able to do the configuration. It's very simple thing only. I will show you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So when it is, yes, Deepak, when it is coming to ANSI SQL and then NoSQL, right? So generally, like ANSI SQL and SQL both are similar, but when it is coming to the NoSQL, right, so this way is not a relationship like a database. Okay, but coming to the SQL, it will be a relational database. So the storage and then like a charges, it will be different. So that's the main difference in the NoSQL and then ANSI SQL. And what are the prerequisites to complete Snowflake training after the SQL queries? Yeah. So prerequisites, right? So as I said, just you need to have a knowledge on SQL. That is more than enough, Praveen. Could you please explain other alternative to Snowflake?
Uh,
Other at this time, right? Other alternative to Snowflake means I cannot say anything. So maybe you can see that like a kind of BigQuery, Azure Synopsys. Okay, these may be the alternatives. So whatever the things we have here, right? See this. This is related to BigQuery. This is related to Azure Synopsys. This is Redshift. These are the alternatives for the Snowflake. Okay. Someone is asking question.
Sir, I have some personal means. I have
Hmm.
one question.
Okay.
Actually, I have around 12 years of experience on Cognos
Okay.
reporting tool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have around 23 lakhs of package actually.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, is it Snowflake and DBT is enough to get some good package, or do you want me
Yes, Naresh,
learn more
definitely.
things, any like a
Got it.
ADF or something?
No, no, don't worry about other things. Don't concentrate on because already you have a knowledge on one reporting tool, right? That is more than enough. Now, so if you learn the Snowflake and then along with the DBT, this combination is very good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you like, if you wanted to discuss any other things, like please reach out the organizer. They will give the conference call to me. We will discuss personally. Okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
we'll connect with the.
Sure.
Sure,
Sure.
we'll connect
Naresh.
with you and discuss.
Yeah. Yeah. How can Snowflake useful for our career? What will be the opportunities? Yeah, at this moment, right, Anvesh, the Snowflake, the market is very good when compared to other platforms. Now, even I can see every week, like one or two guys texting me, we got a offer in this particular company. So even though in this dry situation also, we have a calls. Okay, don't worry about the uh, opportunities. It is very good in the market now. Can you please give me a few minutes? Few minutes about DBT. Yes, Ramesh, definitely. So so DBT, so what will happen is I have these things I have supposed to discuss, but due to time constraint, we are not discussing this. What will happen is like once you have the data in our Snowflake, right? It can be any of the cloud platform. DBT, what it will do is it will pick the data from the existing the data warehouse and it will transform the data. Again, it will load into the same warehouse only. Generally, in any ETL tool, it's a separate, like a servers need to be maintained, separate in infrastructure need to be maintained. You need to extract, you need to transform, then you have to load. But here, this is completely as a ELT tool. It is having like capability of transforming the data. This also DBT with a SQL queries only. We are going to write our models. Here we will call this as a models. When it is transforming the data, it will transform the raw data and then it will keep this data in the same warehouse for reporting utilization. In simple form, we can say that. But advantage of DBT is it have so many capabilities, we have a reusable macros, nothing but reusable transformations. We have a DBT built-in testing, we can able to do it. We can manage the dependencies, and then we have a like a lineage diagram, the graphical representation. It will support for CI/CD for the deployment process. And so these are the like advantage of DBT when compared to any other ETL tool. And at the same time, DBT, what they have given is they have collaborated with Snowflake. And for the Snowflake users, the DBT, so it's almost, so we can say that it's a free open source tool. There is two things. One is DBT cloud and then DBT like a traditional system, DBT CLI. But most of the guys, they will use DBT cloud only. So because of dbt is having like a complete the end to end the futures so related to, so any instead of etl you can avoid that, and then you can replace with this dbt tool. So that's the main intention of dbt, guys. Okay, when you are jumping into the dbt, right, we are going to discuss more about this, how it will work. So what is the difference between etl and then elt, and then like what is the advantages we have here, we will see all those things we will discuss anyway.
Hello,
Okay.
sir. I have one. Hello, sir. I have one question.
Yes, naga, tell me.
Yeah. So with this course content, with this knowledge, how many years we can able to put into that resume, sir? So that.
Especially when it is coming to snowflake, right, don't go for more than 3 years experience because it's recently came into the market, right? Okay,
Yes.
if you keep more than 3 years experience, so they will consider that you are an expert. Okay, so if you have like more than 10 years like experience in other technologies, you can plan up to 3 years into snowflake, that is more than enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can Snowflake can be useful for? Yeah. Can you please give me a few minutes? Will you cover anything related to scheduling idea of airflow? Yes, Balkrishna. So here we are not like covering at this moment of time. ADF is not into the picture. So, but we are covering like a scheduling tool instead of airflow. We are going to cover that within the help of DBT. DBT also we have a schedule configurations. So within itself we can able to do that. So if possible, so I will try to cover airflow also like in 1 or 2 sessions. We will see that. And I am
Yes, sir.
working
It
in
will be very helpful if you can cover airflow.
sure. Working in NetApp storage admin management domain. Snowflake can benefit from me or not, please clarify. I have 3 years of experience. Yes, I definitely it will be helpful. So you have two options here. So already you are working as a like administrator in the storage admin, right? So here you can able to go for Snowflake developer, or if you don't, if you are not comfortable with Snowflake developer, you can plan for Snowflake admin also. So both is possible. Okay, but at this moment of time like december, right, so now so the calls are there. So but so by the time of the finishing the course, so we will get the good calls.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
my name is Nagraj.
Yes, nagaraj, tell me.
Uh, I have small doubt.
Mm,
We have the Oracle database in it's in table format, right? And comparing to the flat files or something.
mhm,
We directly restore data into Snowflake, this Oracle database.
mhm. What we can do is it will be converted into the file format. It can be a
Okay.
csv or the pipe delimited files. Then it will be uploaded into our snowflake. Snowflake will store the data in the columnar storage.
Okay. And then it will be in Amazon. We can restore to S3 bucket, right?
Yes, that can be possible, yeah.
S3 bucket 2 we can use for some type. It will be go to
S3
the
to
Snowflake.
Snowflake. Exactly. That is
Okay.
the pipeline. Mm,
Okay. Another one, there is a DBT tool transmission, right?
correct.
Data. It's
Yes, exactly.
automatically data will be the transmission, and we are querying the SQLs, right? In Snowflake. So
Mm,
what is the
mm,
transmission data will be transmitted to DBT tool for?
yeah. So your question is what is the need of DBT, right? Am
Yes.
I
Oh, the
correct?
transmission.
Okay.
I'm
Got
not
it.
understand what is the transmission.
Got it. So let's say whatever the data you are loading from any of the your downstream system, you are loading the raw data, right? Raw
Yes.
data means without a business logic. For example, the client wanted to see the data in the form of the sales in the form of dollars, but the sales in india it happened in the form of rupees, but in other
Okay.
country the sales happened in the form of like let's assume that
Euros or something.
euros, whatever it may be. Okay,
Okay.
then
Mm.
in the finally what they wanted to see, they wanted to see in the form of dollars only. So now here
Yes.
you need to convert this, right? This is
Yes,
kind
sir.
of transformation. For example,
Okay.
another thing is you have a salaries. Okay,
Okay.
employees information is there. The organization is running in all over the countries. Now the business user sits in london. They
Okay.
wanted to see in the form of dollars how much tax they are paying how much a tax deduction from their salary is happening, what is the tax we are deducting. But whatever the data you are getting, that is just we are having a salary. But in the final output, what they required, they wanted to see the tax also, right?
Yes, yes.
This calculation will happen in a transformation tool. Got
Okay,
it, right?
okay. It's in the
This
transmission
kind of
and it will
business
be
logics we will use the DBT.
DBT, and then they will the data will be they will transfer to CRM, whatever they are using.
Whatever it may be, yeah, it
They
can
will
be a
generate the
reporting
report.
tool. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for your explanation. I really
thank you, Nagraj.
satisfied. Yeah.
What
Dinesh, I
else
have
Okay.
is
one
there?
doubt. DBT
Uh,
and Matillion both are same.
No, 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 no. It's not same. Matillion is also a ETL tool. It's a cloud native ETL tool. It means it will like maybe you heard about Informatica, that is like a traditional system, and SSIS or a Talent. These are the some of the ETL tools, traditional ETL tools. So some of the ETL tools, cloud native ETL tools, now it came into the picture like Matillion, Fatran. Okay, and then like kind of Snap Logic. These are the cloud native ETL tools. Okay, here Matillion is a ETL tool, DBT is a ELT tool. Okay, in ELT tool, you no need of like other any other third party servers. What will happen is if you have ETL, then before loading the data into the table, first it will transform. After it will load the data into the table. But here in DBT, first it will have the data in the warehouse, nothing but in our Snowflake. On top of that, it will perform the transformation. So with it will load into the same warehouse. Okay, that's the difference, main difference. Course duration, I can say that it's like almost it will go around nearly like 40 to 45 sessions, guys, including DBT also. The salary expectation, yeah, so at this moment of time, right? So if you are already working, then you can expect nearly 50% to 100% of the salary hike also. It's good in the market. But if you are not working, and then if you are planning for a like a career break, then don't, my suggestion is don't expect for any like don't put any expectation. Okay, but approximately, so year into 1.5 will be the like average salaries. Okay, for example, you have 3 years experience, 3 into 1.5 lakh.
Hi, sir.
Yes,
Raja
we
here.
have calls for 3 years also. Yes, Raja, tell me.
So, you told like only SQL is enough to learn this
Mm,
course,
mm,
right?
mm,
So,
mm,
what level of complexity is involved? Say we have PLSQL, stored procedures, and
mm,
other
mm,
concepts,
mm,
right? So,
mm,
what
mm,
level of
mm.
complexity is involved?
If you have the knowledge of SQL till joins, that is like up to intermediate knowledge you required, and then if you like lead position or kind of managerial position or whatever it may be, then you need some knowledge on procedures and functions also.
Okay. Say for example, for 3 years we required procedures
Yep.
and functions.
Yes, basic knowledge on that.
Okay. So, whether the coordinator can provide the videos related to these courses.
SQL videos they will. Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay. And one more question. Say you say if you query that you showed the
Mm,
select star from a table, and from initially it will, if we have the data and the metadata, it will
mm,
fetch from there. If
correct.
not, it will go to the
Mm,
VDI, and then from the
correct.
finally to the storage.
Mm, mm,
Say for example, in a project we have
mm,
10 members in a team.
mm,
So
mm,
if any one of the member has
mm.
queried, say for example, the particular table,
Got it. Got it.
and the
Mm,
other member
mm,
is doing,
mm,
say I have queried it, and the
mm,
person next to me is querying again the same running the
mm,
same query.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
will it take from the cache, or it from the again it will go to the storage?
It will take from the cache only, because here you can able to see the virtual warehouse, right? Let me show you here. Let me come here. Just a minute. Here, if you observe in worksheet, see this one. This is the virtual warehouse.
Okay.
Let's say this virtual warehouse will be allocated to developers in your team, Other virtual warehouse will be allocated to testers in a team. For example, let's assume we 5 members are working as a developers, 5 members assigned to the same virtual warehouse. Now this cache is related to your like virtual warehouse, right? It is not individually to the user.
Okay.
Now if one user is run the query, the result will be in result cache. If other user is trying to run the same query, it will pick it from result cache because it is available. Got it, right?
Okay. Okay.
Hmm? Like
Fine.
that it will work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Dinesh.
Yes, Ravi Shankar, yeah, tell me.
Is it required Python language?
Python, it is not required. Now what they have done is Snowflake has introduced the new worksheet called Python also. That's why
Oh,
there is
okay. Now it is
mention of
newly introduced, I think so.
yes, newly have it has been introduced from last 3 months, I think. Okay, that's why people are like getting confused, like whether it is required Python or not. It is not required, guys. If you
Okay.
are good like in Python, then definitely you can go for a Python developer only, not required to come to Snowflake. The thing is here, Snowflake
Okay.
has given a capability to like implement like integrated with like all the languages, not only the Python. You can able to write the like queries, or you can able to implement the things in JavaScript, Java, PySpark, Python, and SQL. All these things they have given the capability. So SQL is more than enough. Okay, don't worry about other things.
Oh, okay, okay. And JavaScript also.
Yes,
No
yes,
need of JavaScript.
yeah,
Okay.
not required.
Okay. Thank you, Dinesh.
Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, we will wind up for today. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.